It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a bottle of Brew Gulrot Gose. It's a 6.2% ABV beer from lovely Norway. I've not had a Norwegian beer for quite some time. Black bottle cap on this one. It's a collaboration, first edition collaboration with Oyo Jikwin. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting this one out into a glass and see what we get. So, thank you very much. I think Gulrot means carrot. I think it's a carrot Gose. Nice levels of smoke on the bottle opening. Can you hear that? Can you hear the carbonation? Let's get this beer out into a glass, see what we get. Going to give it a good mix up now, get some of that sediment from the bottom of the bottle into the glass. Have a listen. So this is an award-winning beer from this Drum Brew. I've had one of their other beers which was really good. But I'm looking forward to this one. I do like a Gose. I do like a nice salty kind of Gose. One finger, white head, hazy, orangey, carroty coloured beer. Nice and hazy. Look at it. It looks like the clouds, doesn't it? Good carbonation. Let's get the aroma. Oh, wow. Really salty. You really get that kind of sharp, sour saltiness coming through in the aroma. Whoa, let's dive into this one. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's more like it. Oh, that's more like it. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. I've talked about on many occasions my slight frustration with some of the sour beers that I've been drinking recently. Sours, Goses, Saisons. They've just not really done it for me. They've not really hit the heights that I remember these beers hitting. This one does. This one does. It's got a lovely, sharp, sour flavour. You definitely get that saltiness coming through. Wow. There's a little bit of sweetness. It's a lovely spicy beer as well. I'm picking up ginger. I'm definitely picking up a ginger flavour that's running through start to finish. Using obviously ginger root, ginger spice. What a beer. It is so drinkable as well. For that 6.2% ABV, it is such a drinkable beer. And if you have a look in the bottle here, you can see there's a little bit of a yeast cake going on the bottom of the bottle. So we didn't quite. I should have got it right down halfway on the bottle and give it a really good kind of mix up. Really try and get all of that, because I bet you all of that flavour, there's a little bit more going in, all of that kind of sediment in the bottom of the bottle is holding a lot of flavour. I bet you it is. We got a lot of it out now. But what a beer. What a beer. It is so refreshing. And that carbonation is hissing and fizzing on the palate, pushing the beer on the inside of the mouth, releasing more of that flavour. And I promised you I'd talk about the salt, didn't I? The salt in the beer. So, Gose style. Gose is a region of Germany. They produced beer in this region of Germany, and they used to use the river, take the water from the river. Hundreds of years ago, this was going on, and they produced this style of beer using the river waters, and there was a slight saltiness coming from the water. There was salt probably from the rocks, the riverbanks. There was a natural salt intake that was making its way into the beer from the water. But it created its style on its own. It created this kind of Gose style of beer where it's a naturally salty beer. And that beer thrived in that region of Germany for hundreds of years. Until the 1900s, where everybody was drinking these kind of, if you like, mass-produced lagers. And the style was almost forgotten about. It's only the craft beer revolution. And I talk about saisons in the same vein. I talk about Goses, sours in general. That it's only the craft beer revolution where interesting, very clever brewers are looking through the history books of beer styles and saying, actually, that beer style doesn't deserve to go extinct. It doesn't deserve to go away. And I find that amazing. I find that amazing that here we have a Gose now from Norway with a little bit of carrot in, a little bit of ginger in, and then you get that saltiness. This is what we're all in it for, this craft beer revolution. We're in it because we don't want to let things go by the wayside. We don't want to let styles go extinct. We want to kind of keep them going, keep them in people's minds. This is a fabulous one. I can imagine. Norway's such a beautiful country. I've visited the Bergen region on a number of occasions, and I've gone up into the Fjord mountains, looking out over the fjords, and I've drunk some amazing beer. And just to hold a beer, looking out over the fjords in Norway, holding this beer would be tremendous, absolutely tremendous. This is the reason beers are brewed, I think, for those moments in life. At the moment, here, I'm in my little terraced house where there's walls all around me and there's nothing really to look at. But if I close my eyes and I think hard enough, I can imagine myself standing on the edge of a cliff, looking over the fjords with a nice glass of this carrot and ginger Gose from Drum Brew. Let's have a look, see where they're based. I can't read any of the Norwegian on the back of this bottle, and I may even struggle to work out where they're from. Tromøya. They're from Tromøya in Norway. I'm going to rate this Drum Brew Gulrot Gose. It's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Such a lovely sourness coming through on this beer, even now. I like that beer enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!